All right, so what's going on, everybody? So I thought I would encourage a lot of you because many people, quite frankly, are reverting back to their old ways, which is to react to any news, react to things that are happening in your life. And so no matter where you are, whether you are following the news or the elections or just different things, even in your life right now, I know a lot of people need to hear this message because a lot of us, when we hear a piece of bad news or seemingly controversial news or something that rattles us, so many of us, we react from our flesh and our emotions. And because a lot of us don't ask God for wisdom, for peace, for faith, we are unable to have this foundation in Him. And so I just want to give you guys James chapter 1. It says in verse 5, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith with no doubting. For he who doubts is like a wave of the sea, driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. So anybody right now who's going through some experience, whether you got a text from your girlfriend or boyfriend, whether you got some bad news from your teachers or your parents or whatever it is, or if you got something from the news, you're thinking you're hearing something, it's bad news, and you're all distraught over the outcome and what it might mean for society and for the country or for these different things, whatever that news is. If you're sitting there and you don't ask the Lord for peace, for wisdom, for comfort, and have patience in the process and allow God to work, you are just literally filling yourself with this void, with this unstable mind. You are allowing yourself, opening yourself up to more and more worry, anxiety, and many other things. And so the first thing that one has to do is lay your life before Him and just say, Lord, I surrender to you. Lord, I ask you to comfort me, to cleanse me, to fill me, to give me wisdom. And I ask in faith. I do not want to doubt this process. So many of us right now, because we're just rattled by the next thing, we're looking left, we're looking right, and we're doing these things that's where you're opening yourself up to this attack, then you get into this spiral of self-deprivation, self-deprecating, just hurtful mentalities that's going to take you down a further road that leads to destruction. And again, a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. So we do not want to be that in this hour, especially at a time for which if you're getting bad news, if you're getting things that contradict what you believe God has shown you, if you're getting certain words that just come out of nowhere, like Job was getting bad reports about all these different things that are happening all simultaneously. The Sabians attacked him, and then his sons and daughters died. All these things are happening around him. And if you were to open yourself up to receiving it in a negative way, it's not going to bode well for you and your outlook on life. And so wherever you are, if this is a shakeup for you, if this is just a rebuke for you, if it's an encouraging word for you, take it to the Lord in that way. Ask the Lord, gather yourself in that moment, have presence of mind and say, Lord, I surrender myself. I come before you, Lord. I'm struggling with doubt. I'm struggling with wisdom. I'm struggling with my faith. I'm struggling in being stable, confident. Now, don't sit there and be robotic and be numb to your feelings and have this wall where you're just rejecting everything and not being sensitive, empathetical to the world and responding to it. Don't be robotic in that way. But at the same time, you want to be rooted, grounded, perceiving. You want to be able to interact well and respond in love, and you want to respond in faith. And so I just wanted to give you guys this word. I know many of us are having a tough time right now with whatever you're going through. It doesn't have to be worldly events. It could be the things that are happening in your life right now. So I just want to encourage, exhort you, and give you this word. Love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.